Welcome back, everybody, to the Creating Character Podcast. This is episode 27, which seems crazy to think about the concept of a podcaster turned professional wrestler starting a show with a wrestler turned podcaster. How could we possibly have this much to talk about? You're probably wondering, or you already know because you've been here the whole time. I'm James Willems, joined, as always, by my co-host, Scorpio Sky.
It's sweater day.
Sweater
Creating
day.
Character Podcast.
Yeah.
This is the first time that we've been able to wear sleeves.
Yeah.
On this show, because it's like there's like a rainstorm.
It's a chilly 68 degrees.
It is a storm.
It's storming.
I don't know if it's still going to be a storm when this airs. I hope not.
I think it is. I think all week.
It doesn't feel safe.
No.
I don't feel safe.
You know what? Us talking about the weather only reaffirms my theory that this show would be great on the radio.
It would be great on the radio.
We're like, let's go to our eye in the sky. Podcast producer, Eric Bador.
Oh, what a great intro.
Boys, it's 85 degrees in Austin. We got the shades on. We're trying some stuff out. We're looking good. Look, I can see myself. I can see you. There's reflections in the shades. It's hot in Austin, Texas. And look, I got the short sleeves.
You know what?
Feeling
With
good.
that, with
Big
those
guns.
sunglasses and that mustache and the way your hair is right now,
He could be a 70s porn star.
I was going to say you could play like a 70s or 80s serial killer.
Oh, that's worse than what I said, I think.
Can't you picture him like on the side of the road?
Can I picture our producer, Eric, as a serial killer? Absolutely.
Picture him on the side of the road with a sling.
Oh,
and asking women, "Oh, can you help me change my tire?"
He's just hitchhiking, or whatever.
I'm gonna take these off.
Yeah, take them off. Take them off. Don't wear those if you drive home today.
She goes down.
Especially if you have a flat tire.
She goes, there's nothing wrong with this tire. Thunk.
Yeah.
Cut to black.
That was like the Ted Bundy thing. There was a guy out here that was doing that recently.
What?
I saw a lot of reports of it on TikTok. People warning. And it was in the Valley, I think.
Okay.
And there was a guy that was saying something like, can you help me get something out of my trunk or something?
I think I saw that too.
Yeah, like I hurt my arm.
Yeah.
And like one of the things they were warning, they were like, for women, because he was approaching women, of if a guy is really in that situation, he's going to ask another guy.
So, yeah,
So for your safety, ignore.
Yeah.
Just
for
assume.
Because I go, how heavy is it?
Yeah. If any
All the
guy
way in the
asks
back
you
of the
for
trunk?
help
You want it all the
lifting
way in the
something, just ignore him for your safety.
Yeah, I think so. I saw that same story too, and it was very interesting because luckily it appeared to have been flagged before anything happened.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Someone just said, whoa, I saw this guy asking only women for help in a parking lot. I think a couple different parking lots. But part of me thought, what if it was just a really progressive dude?
It could have been.
Like, he's like, you know what? I'm going to break down those walls. I want to see if a woman can help me. And somewhere in the rain now he's still in that parking lot with...
Ted Bundy might have started as a progressive dude. And then look where it ended up. So
yeah,
it's better to be safe than sorry. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Like, now, and you're right. They did. There were people reporting it before anything happened. But I don't know if I think he's still out there because he didn't break any laws. Nobody fell for it, by the way.
Yeah,
that's kind of an L, right? Like you're a failed serial killer.
That's true.
That's kind of an L. What do you do?
You're not even technically a serial killer.
You're not.
You haven't even hit that.
You're
not even a killer.
You're a serial trier.
You're not. Yeah.
You're just a guy.
You're just a dude.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean,
you're a dude.
Yeah.
If you're watching the show, guy, you suck, man. Do better.
You're just.
I mean, don't do better. You know.
No,
what I mean.
yeah, you don't.
Do something
We're
else.
happy that you failed.
Find
Thank
something
you for
else
failing.
to do. We're going to clip that out.
What were we talking about? The rain?
Yeah, rain.
Are we talking about that?
Yeah, we were just
Eric.
talking.
How Eric's looks.
Eric's a serial killer. Or he looks like a serial killer.
What the fuck? No, I keep trying and I keep failing. So none of this is coming together for me.
It's not good.
Wow.
God damn.
Wow.
James, how's your week been?
My week has been pretty good. I had a wild, fun weekend.
Okay.
The last show we teased I had an event. I was going to compete in the Celebrity Death Snatch as presented by Glitter Factory. It was a celebrity deathmatch themed professional wrestling event. It was in this really cool like hangar space. all kitted out with lights.
Like an airplane hangar
Like
space?
an airplane hangar
cool.
space.
That is cool.
Lights, VIP tables. It felt kind of like a fight club. Like everyone, the crowd just surrounded the ring, but then there were like a couple VIP tables where people were, I guess, very important people were sitting. At a certain point, the way people were cheering for it, I was like, this is like the end of Requiem for a Dream a little bit. The way people are getting worked up. Have you seen Requiem for a Dream?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I've heard of it.
Well, people
man.
can tell you in the comments what that's a reference to, but it just felt like, oh, this is what rich people do, like in the underground.
yeah.
And I'm sure you've had some strange underground wrestling shows that you've done.
God, yes.
But it was such a blast. I had a great time. All the wrestlers that came out were super friendly and everyone was down to clown.
That's cool.
That's what was fun. The very first match was a battle royale, and it was all the holiday foods battling each other. So it came out like a Royal Rumble. So it's like, okay, we got a turkey, and there's a guy in a turkey costume, and then there's someone coming out as red wine, but he came out all drunk, and we had cranberry sauce and stuffing and peas, and then a guy came out as mashed potatoes. He fought, got thrown over the top rope, eliminated, and then ran upstairs backstage, changed into sweet potatoes, and came back out again to try and win it all. It was just a really, really
Who won
fun
the battle
show.
royal? I got it.
Turkey.
Yeah, okay, I get it.
The problem is
Everybody puts over turkey.
I could only see some of it from where I was, which is what I'm realizing is one of the biggest downers about being a wrestling fan and then also participating in wrestling shows is you watch less wrestling than if you were just a fan.
Yeah.
Like
True.
if you're lucky, there's a monitor where you can kind of see what's going on, but most of the time you're thinking about what you have to do, and then afterwards you're cleaning yourself up, and you have the worst point of view. It's not like you get to oversee everything. So I didn't get to see much of that match, but then my match was second. Between every match was a burlesque show.
Oh, so kind of like Lucha Va Voom.
It was very much like Lucha Va Voom,
Nice.
and a little pared down and a little bit more intimate, and more, I would say, comedic. Even though Lucha Va Voom sometimes
very
does
comedic.
wacky comedic
So
stuff.
how did Jared Leto versus Jared Leto go?
It went great. A couple concerns when I arrived. They were like, "This is your costume," and it was just like. I'll show you the pictures and maybe we can post them on the Instagram, Creating Character Pod Instagram. It just looked like a gray muscle suit. It honestly, it looked like Zod from Superman, from the new Superman movie.
Yeah.
Pretty nondescript. And I was like, this doesn't really feel at all like Tron. Luckily, I requested some red tape, like masking tape. And I just started putting it, like highlighting different things. And I also had some kick pads that had red on it. So I was kind of going with the black and red motif. I brought my own trunks and I added some tape to that. And then I brought a Frisbee because I wanted to do a disc of Tron spot.
Okay.
And I taped that up all red. And then we had a makeup artist who drew on a Jared Leto beard.
Oh,
so I
that's
had
cool.
like a full beard drawn on me. And then the guy I was wrestling, Rebel Storm, was Morbius, and the makeup artist painted this whole vampire face on him. He had a stupid cowl cape hanging off of him, and all kinds of stuff. He was in like a almost pleather bodysuit, and so we got out there. We said, well, all right, let's do something fun. Like it's Jared Leto versus Jared Leto, so like we should like mirror each other, like do our dumb version of the indie backflip, black, blah, 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 flip, land, ha, like superhero land, except not good, right? Like just very stupid. And the crowd was so hot, like they were loving it.
That's great.
It seemed like a good combination of people who were here because it was a wrestling show, and so they were down to just like enjoy wrestling, and other people who maybe have never been to a wrestling show in their life, but were thrilled at the concept of this whole thing unfold. So the crowd was so hot. We came out there and we just pointed at each other and everyone just lost their mind, right? Like it was the kind of thing I did a body slam and then, wow, it's the biggest move they've ever seen in their life.
I love those crowds.
And it was so encouraging. But then we also got to this was the first time I've done like a comedy wrestling match, which was so much fun to do. We did a whole bit where I was smashing his head on the turnbuckle, And then I walked away, and he kept smashing his head on the turnbuckle. And then I came back. I gave him a big one. And at some point, he picked me up. Helicopter spun me. We both fall down. We're so dizzy that he pulls the ref into the corner. I schoolboy the ref. He counts 1, 2, 3, and then raises my arm. And that was like our cutoff, was him raising my arm and then me realizing what happened, and then he gives me a poke in the eye, right? Like we had I got the disc. I did a whole comeback where I was hitting him with the disc.
Yes.
And then eventually I threw the disc at him, but it just dropped off it just popped off like real. And then the finish was we both clotheslined each other, went down, refs counting to 10. At 9, music hits. And then Jared Leto Joker comes out.
Oh boy.
we had a third person come out as Jared Leto Joker.
What was the music?
I think it was that song from Suicide Squad. Like I don't remember what it is, but whatever song was in all the trailers for that. And they came out and then had a box of used condoms.
Oh God.
And rats, because that's what Jared Leto famously gave to the crew, cast and crew, when he was in character on Suicide Squad. It wasn't real, but it was like, and so we go, oh, this is disgusting. We throw the shit in the crowd. Everyone's trying to duck away from it. And then the Joker hit us with a little bit, and then eventually we double teamed on the Joker. And then big double pin. We both win together, and then all good. 3 of us stand in the ring, and it plays like 30 Seconds to Mars. But it was like, this is the first time I've done something which felt, it was wrestling, but you're trying to tell jokes while you're doing the wrestling. It was such a fun, different experience.
That does sound like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That sounds like a great show, actually.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And then afterwards, since it was just so casual, still in my gear with a beard painted on my face, I just was like, all right, I'm gonna go hang out in the crowd.
Yeah.
Just hanging out in the crowd and being like, hey, Jared Leto.
That was always fun doing that at Lucha Va Voom, and especially that everybody always wants to buy you drinks.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
that was one of the things we'd go out, oh, take a picture. Oh, do a shot with us. Oh, I guess.
Yeah. I'm still, I have to be honest with you, I'm still at the point where I feel like I can't eat within an hour of the match starting.
Well, this is after your.
But then after. I'm so hungry that I'm not like, oh, I gotta get a beer. Stop. I'm gonna I'm gonna get trashed or whatever. Yeah. I'm like tired and I'm dehydrated and I want to eat something.
Yeah.
But the idea of sometimes being like, all right, match is done. Let's crack open a beer or whatever. It just seems so crazy to me.
And shows that don't have catering are always like, well, here's pizza.
Oh, yeah. There was pizza.
Well, I want to eat a bunch of pizza before I have my match.
Yeah.
There's always pizza.
I think the green room had pizza, Celsius, and like trail mix or whatever. And I was like, all right, I guess I could make a little bit of a soup here.
Trail mix and Celsius.
But yeah, it was a blast. And again, tons of crazy burlesque. They were doing stuff with fire. They were setting swords on fire.
Some of these burlesque acts, obviously, I had a lot of experience of seeing them at Lucha Va Voom. Incredible.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff they do is just, I mean, it is really, really fascinating.
It's wild.
And it's fun to watch.
It's 2 really cool art forms kind of coming together. And you would think the wrestling would be the more dangerous one.
No.
But as I was watching it, I was like, no, someone's going to burn their hair off with this. One of the highlights of the show, it wasn't the main event, but one of the highlights is a wrestler came out as Elon Musk and just started like laying into everybody and just getting booed just to hell. And then I don't know if this is tasteful or not, but people there were really into it. And then Maximilian, who you know.
Oh, yeah, I know Max.
Maximilian came out in an orange jumpsuit with handcuffs on and Luigi written on his his suit.
Oh boy.
And he came out, busted out of his handcuffs, took off his, and you know how he looks. He's incredible.
Yeah.
So
Specimen.
He takes off his stuff and he's in these orange tiny little trunks and everyone's going crazy. And then he just completely squashes Elon Musk. That's awesome. Like hits him with like a power bomb.
Who played Elon Musk?
I don't remember.
Was he a wrestler?
Yeah, he was a wrestler. I don't remember his name, unfortunately.
But friend of the show, Shane Haste was on that show, right?
Shane was on the show.
That's great.
He was in a tag team match. He portrayed Lana Del Rey's alligator wrangling husband and competed against Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce in a really, really fun match.
That's great.
It was all good. The main event was Mariah Carey versus Michael Jackson.
Oh yeah, Halloween versus Christmas.
Halloween versus Christmas.
That's an interesting.
Yeah.
And who won that one?
Christmas won. Christmas won.
Damn it.
Yeah. So it was a crazy, fun show. I was totally
legitimately
into
disappointed.
I could let you know then the next time it's happening.
I'd like to check it out. I would definitely love to come. Maybe do it myself. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean it was a blast, and everyone is. I think the big thing is like everyone is like in really good spirits. Like, you know, a really good friend of mine who wrestles at MPW, Miggy Rose, came out. There were a lot of MPW guys who came out to it. So that was fun. We had our little thing there, but he wrestled as Elmo in a viral toys match. So there was Labubu versus Beanie Baby versus Elmo, and Labubu and Beanie Baby just had little head things on, right? He was in a full head to toe Elmo thing with like a tiny visor to see out of, and just watching him be like, where am I? Like every 3 seconds doing this, where am I? What's going on? And then doing some moonsault or some sort of crazy thing off the top rope is just doubly impressive.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So
that's insane. That sounds like a good.
It was really fun.
That's awesome.
Sky, you've been around this and you've seen a lot of changes in wrestling, sort of like through your career or whatever.
Yeah.
The stuff, especially like in, the 90s, the 2000s, the thing you'd always hear was funny doesn't equal money. But like that's changed in a big way, right? Like feels like wrestling is a totally different thing than it used to be.
I don't think I've ever heard that term, funny doesn't equal money.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think I must not have heard that. Well, you said 90s, right?
Yeah, I mean, like real 90s
Before
into like
my
2000s.
time.
You would just shoot interview bullshit would just be, oh, funny doesn't equal money. And it's like, dude, I think funny equals money now in like a really big way.
I think wrestling has always been funny, just in different ways, you know? I think Dusty Rhodes, like when he was doing the polka dots and all that stuff, like he was funny. Akeem, we've talked about on the show before. Like, I think it's always been kind of funny, but it's just, it evolves. Everything evolves. Yeah. So it's different.
I think.
But yeah, like, you don't want to see it like reoccurring, like a show like that. You probably don't want that weekly. No. Right? Because that gets a little bit old, right? Yeah. But like, there's a reason I keep going back to Lucha Va Voom. Lucha Va Voom runs a few times a year, it's spotty and that sort of thing. And so I think there's a place for it for sure. And people enjoy it. And those types of shows, they bring in non-wrestling fans, which makes it even better. So why not?
I had friends that were at that show that I didn't invite. Like they didn't see my thing. They were just there because they were like, oh, this looks like fun. And so they just went to it. And then when I walked out, they were like, what?
Those type of shows go over really well in LA. Yeah. In this LA area. I imagine they would be good in Austin as well.
Oh,
probably New York.
For sure.
We used to tour with Va Voom. We would go to like New York. We would go to Pennsylvania. We'd go all over. And the shows were always good and they always did well. So yeah, like the big cities, I think they love that type of action.
Yeah. I feel like it just comes off as like an alternative cultural event.
That's what it is.
Sometimes, right?
It's like a cultural event. Yeah. It's like the hip thing to go to, and it's like, oh wow, we're gonna go watch this wrestling show.
Yeah. Yeah. If it was just a wrestling show, 2/3 of those people probably wouldn't be there. But because it's this weird themed wrestling burlesque kind of LA vibes celebrity thing, you're going to get those 2/3 of the people. But then the interesting thing is that those 2/3 who didn't come for wrestling get really impressed by the wrestling. Yeah. They don't just zone out. I think to Eric's point, if you don't take it seriously, right? Funny may not make money if you don't take it seriously. But if you take the funny seriously and you're like, what's a good idea for a match? Like Jared Leto versus himself, or these people will buy into it because you put thought into how stupid it is, And I think that goes a really, really long way. And then the people are impressed by the wrestling that happens. They're like, oh my God, what did that person do? So, but yeah, it was a blast. I had a great time.
Well, you had a really good match as Jared Leto, but Scorpio Sky was Scorpio Sky on TV this weekend. He had a TNT title match. How'd that feel?
I lost.
Getting back in the ring like that. Well, yeah, no, I know. I mean,
lost.
Besides that part, oh man,
I lost. Lost the fight.
Did you learn at least?
I lost the fight. It is what it is. No, it was fun, man. I definitely am feeling it. Yeah. I bit my tongue during the match. I got my lip busted in 2 places. Like I'm feeling it. It was good, but it was cool. Like I haven't wrestled a high profile match like on that level in quite a while.
Yeah.
Because it's very different. At least it is to me, having a regular match and then like you're wrestling a champion, you're wrestling a heavily profiled guy, a guy who's on the top of his game, and you're on live TV, which is, you got to play mistake-free basketball when it's live TV. Yeah. And so to get back to that level, I really, I keep talking about like, oh, I lost, but like it was a moral victory
for sure.
I think sometimes you win by losing, and I think it was a good match. I only found out about it the night before.
Really?
Wasn't a lot of time to prepare. I'm laying in bed at the hotel and I see the announcement. I'm like, oh, okay, here we go.
Wow.
I kind of knew it was coming at some point.
Yeah.
But I didn't know it was going to be like this past week. But I'm glad it happened and it was great. And like I said, I think it was a little bit of a moral victory because I think I proved that at any point I can step up to that next level and I'm ready to go.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Also, you wrestled someone who wrestles like consistently at an intensity. Yeah, that's like pretty wild. Like, yeah, those are...
I wasn't ready either. I mean, mentally I'm always ready, but like I haven't had the reps. Yeah, to really, really like, I think it was a really good match. I think it could have even been better if I got a little bit more reps in first. But hey, if I was him, I would want to wrestle Scorpio Sky right now. Okay. Not after he gets a couple months of more reps in.
That's true.
And then he probably loses.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a different match.
Yeah, it's a different match. Different match.
Wow.
You want to get me while there's a little rust.
You had really good looking gear. I like that kind of like baby blue, powder blue gear. But they also gave you mic time. You had a little time to cut, kind of like a little insert promo, huh? Like, does that just happen?
Yeah, it just happens. Yeah.
Damn.
You just got to be ready to go.
You got to stay ready.
You got to stay ready.
Got to stay ready. I was all over the show. I was all over the show.
You were.
That's great. Yeah. That's awesome.
No, it was good, man. It was fun to get out there, and the crowd was awesome. Mm-hmm. The crowd was. I don't remember wrestling in Erie, Pennsylvania. That's where it was before, but I'm assuming I've probably been there several times, but I don't remember. And obviously, I was just like, well, like I hope, he's like this dominant champion, right? Mm-hmm. And I have not been like profiled on that level, so it's difficult where you're like, I want the fans to get behind me and want me to win this and believe I could win this. Mm-hmm. And they were great.
That's awesome.
I mean, they were right there for everything, and it was just really cool. And Kyle's awesome. He's really, really good. I said it in the interview. Like, he's as good as he thinks he is.
Dude,
he's awesome.
Not that I ever didn't appreciate Kyle Fletcher.
I didn't appreciate getting kicked in the face several times.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, we could talk more off the show, but I'm genuinely curious because he makes it look like it hurts so bad. He makes it look like it hurts so bad. But to see how far I constantly, from my friends because I have friends that I train, and when they come over to work out with me, we watch wrestling. Mm-hmm. Whether or not they're into wrestling or not is not up to them. We're going to be watching wrestling. And consistently when he comes on, I point to him as like, this guy is firing on all cylinders. And not that there's any sort of perfect blueprint for, if you see someone you go, that's going to be a great wrestler someday. But considering where he came from when he came over with Will Ospreay, and he had his hair cut, and he was just he really has identified himself as not just a little Will.
Not at all.
Because he's bigger now.
Yeah.
He's the bigger guy.
He's his own guy.
His whole identity is really his own. And it's
his whole package is really good. We're just gonna roll past that.
No, let's clip that. Can we clip that? Can we pull that out?
Leave it in. Is there a way we can make it louder?
Someone make GIFs.
He is the complete package, is what I'm saying. And it's a great package, actually. One of the best packages. Shout out to Bubba. What was I saying? No, he's the complete package, man. Like, not only can he get it done in the ring, but he's got star quality. He looks great. Mm-hmm. He's got the entrance. He's got the music. He's got people love him. You know, obviously they cheer against him because he's a dick. Mm-hmm. But you know,
that's what he wants them to do.
Doing
kind of exactly what he
his
wants.
presentation is fantastic. I was in the ring watching, and I'm like, man, this is and I'll be honest with you, going into it, I wasn't nervous backstage. But when I got in the ring, I made my entrance. I was a little bit nervous because I'm like, man, okay, like this is it's a high profile match. Mm-hmm. I haven't had a high profile match like this at this level in a while. I think I said in my interview, 1,228 days since I lost the TNT title. So, but like instead of hiding it, I just leaned into it. Mm-hmm. I mean, if they showed me on camera, I haven't watched it back yet, I probably looked nervous, you know, and I was like taking deep breaths and I'm like bouncing around trying to get the nervous energy out. And by leaning into it, it actually went away and I felt great after that. So like, it was just a very real moment out there. Like when I made my entrance and then he comes out and I'm just like, okay, like taking my deep breaths and like, okay, let's make sure you're ready for this moment. Because what people don't understand is you're not only like wrestling for a title, like you're wrestling for a position. Mm-hmm. You're wrestling to prove, okay, I belong here.
Yeah.
You know, and I've been there before, so I wasn't nervous about being in the moment. I'm used to the moment, but like it had been a minute since I had been in the moment. Mm-hmm. So it was one of those things where again, like you're trying to prove this is where I belong. This is where I need to stay.
Yeah.
And so that was important to me, and I felt good coming out of it.
That's great. That's awesome. Yeah. This podcast is specifically not a blowing smoke up AEW's ass podcast, but I wanted
not like
to say,
the first podcast,
not like the old one. But
podcast.
I do want to say you pointed out like how the energy felt good and the crowd felt good. Something that I've observed on TV that I'm curious how you feel about is like the choices where these shows are being put on, like in terms of in around the country, but then also the venues that are being picked.
Yeah,
they seem perfect.
They're good. And the buildings are good.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Like
we're going back to Arlington. They just announced it in January for a residency. We'll be there for like 4 weeks. That's great.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's great. Texas is always a good audience. They're always good. And we've been there before with the residency. I think a year or so ago there was one. And so that's going to be good. And we did the Philly one. And I think we had Chicago before that. So those are always good. Yeah, they're choosing really good locations. They're like ratcheting down on like what works, what doesn't, I think, and figuring it all out. And I can't. Maybe it's just Pennsylvania in general because I always say I love Philly. Mm-hmm. You know, I always have great nights in Philadelphia, and I do. But maybe it's not just Philly. Maybe the whole state is special for me because man, that crowd in Erie, if take my hat off to all of you guys. I can't thank you enough. It was really cool. I specifically remember a moment in the match when I was like getting beat up, and I looked at this one section. I know we got to get out of here in a minute, but I looked at this one section of the audience and I was like, they're not that active right now. And so I crawled over and I pulled myself up on the ropes, and I just used an old trick, old like Ricky Morton, man. I just looked right out at the audience. And I like reached for them, and they all came up immediately.
Oh, man,
like
great.
It worked. I mean, that's when they started chanting. They came right up, and I'm just like, yeah, that stuff works.
That's
it
awesome.
Still works. So whenever you can break out the old school stuff and it works, I love it.
That's so cool. That's awesome.
I thought it was a really cool showcase of more than just like your skill in the ring. You showed a lot of personality, like kind of throughout, and I think that that's a thing that you have in spades, and I'd love to like see more when Fletcher's out of the ring and you put his jacket on and you just start marching around. I'm like, I don't know where that came from. And I went, that's fucking great.
I don't know either.
Awesome.
He went out of the ring. Great. I looked out. I saw his jacket. I was like, okay, I'm going to do this.
Stupid jacket.
Stupid jacket. Yeah, you know, and one of the things, honestly, too, that I didn't even get to mention is the storytelling for the match. You know, I've talked about it on the show. I love storytelling. And for me, the story of this match was I lost the title years ago. I haven't had an opportunity to get back to it because of all the bumps and things I've gone through. And I put over in the interview that like everything I've gone through in the last few years is nothing compared to him. He's that good, right? And so the idea of it is I'm going to use everything I know. I don't care if I have to bite, which I bit him twice.
Nice.
Scratch, I raked his eyes.
Yeah.
Or any veteran trick. I did the busted ankle thing where I pretended my ankle was hurt. Oh, you're not looking? I'll roll you up. I'm going to do everything I can to try to get out of here with this win. And that was the story of the match, of just like me just trying to upset him.
Yeah.
You know, and it's kind of one of those things where it could have been a trap game for him. You know, he's looking at a record of like defending the TNT title more than anybody. And I could have just been a name on the list, you know, but I was ultimately, but
This time.
It may not have gone that way, you know. He's awesome.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
Good story.
Yeah. Do you think
fun match?
I would say, do you think anything could have been different if you were dressed as sweet potatoes? You think?
If I was turkey.
That's what you would have gone for.
Turkey. Yeah. If I was turkey. Thanksgiving coming up.
Yeah.
You a turkey guy? I know we got to get out of here. I know we got to
get out of here.
Real quick, I got to know.
We got a few minutes. Run down some Thanksgiving plans and some favorite meals. Go for it, James.
Because
I'm wrestling, baby.
On Thanksgiving?
On Black Friday.
Oh, okay.
On the day after Thanksgiving, cool. I'm doing a show.
That's not bad.
So that's what I'm going to do. And then normally I do like a Friendsgiving on actual Thanksgiving.
That's cool. I wasn't invited.
You want to come?
I'm inviting myself. Is that on the day of?
Info. We're going to do something on Thanksgiving and then probably on Saturday.
You can come over to my house on Thanksgiving. I don't do turkey though.
Okay.
I do Steaksgiving.
Ooh.
So I do steak.
That's interesting.
I make a bunch of steaks and then we have the same sides, you know, the same like Thanksgiving sides, but the main dish is steak.
Okay.
So you guys can come over if you want.
Maybe.
You'll meet some of my family.
Okay.
A wild family.
Right.
I host every year. Steaksgiving.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Eric, you're going to ask if we like turkey. Was that what you're going to ask?
Yeah.
I do. I will happily eat turkey, even if it's generally cooked bad. I think that turkey is a fine meat. I've had turkey that's done perfectly great. Like you go to a restaurant and it's not a holiday meal theme thing, and you just get turkey and you go, oh my gosh, this is great. Why doesn't it taste like this all the time? But when people try to make a whole bird with a bunch of different types of meat that should probably be cooked at different temperatures for different lengths.
Probably, yeah.
I do love stuffing though.
Stuffing's great.
Stuffing is big.
There's this bar restaurant out in Rancho called The State. I think they have them in different areas too. Last year they had this. It was called the Thanksgiving burger, and it was basically everything that would be in a Thanksgiving dinner on a burger.
Interesting.
It was delicious.
Okay.
Incredible.
I've had a ball before. If you ever go to Knott's Berry Farm, I wish they celebrated it bigger because there's such a food amusement park. But the one time we went for Thanksgiving, they had no good Thanksgiving food except for a ball. It was like if someone took all the bits of Thanksgiving and then pushed it together into a ball and then served it to you. It was actually the best thing in the park, but it was the only thing they offered. It was like a stuffing ball with turkey and gravy and cranberry.
Speaking of places like that, though, in the fair, I do love a giant turkey leg.
Okay.
Those are always good.
Yeah.
You get those giant turkey legs at places. Those are good.
Yeah.
The skin is always cooked really well. Yeah. But I agree with you. The full bird.
Yeah.
What are you doing for Thanksgiving there, Eric?
What's happening? Oh, okay.
Oh no, you're killing someone.
Parking his car.
Hey, if this guy invites you over, don't eat what he's got.
Yeah.
Don't eat what he's serving.
Tire, and I need help.
No.
Okay.
Come and help me on Thanksgiving.
On that note, what is this? What?
I need help on Thanksgiving.
Why is it all
bouncing back and forth?
Why is it sassy? Are you a sassy serial killer?
I need help on Thanksgiving. Help me.
He doesn't actually actually do anything to the people. He just brings them to his place, does that for about 45 minutes, and then they can go.
And they scream, "Kill me, please! Just kill me already!" Do you still have that tire iron?
Wow.
Speaking of,
absolutely.
Let's get out of here.
We got to get out of here.
Before he does that again, take us out, please.
Yeah, thank you so much for watching and listening to the show. If you want to let us know whether or not you'd help change Eric's tire, let us know down in the comments, either on YouTube or on Instagram. Creating Character Pod is the place to go to talk about the show. Wow. I just came up with that on the fly.
That was hot.
That was pretty cool. If you want to hear more from me or find out maybe when I'm wrestling or whatever else I'm up to, search James Willems on Instagram. I'll probably be the only one that comes up. There might be pictures of me getting bit by a guy dressed as a vampire in a wrestling match. That's probably what's going to. We did a bite spot too, where he got behind me and he bit me on the neck. It was really fun. Sky?
If you want to find me, it is on Instagram, all the social medias except X. I'm not on there. At Scorpio Sky. And let's go ahead and make the phrase of the week. Flat tire. Get in the comment section. Flat tire, and we will go talk to you about it. Eric?
You can find me at Eric Bedour everywhere on all social media. I've been calling a lot of wrestling shows, a lot of highlights posted. You can also find me on the side of the road.
Get up. Cut the camera.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Help me, please. Help me, please.